Hello, friends. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's such a pleasure to have you watch this page again today. I want to first of all thank my regular subscribers for being part of this community. Thank you for coming back to watch my videos, and I want to thank everyone who is coming here for the very first time. And I want to encourage you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So what I do basically is share information that are productive, that are of values to you as regards relocation, either with sponsorship, job with sponsorship, remote jobs, scholarship jobs, scholarship opportunities, and every other opportunity abroad that can make your relocation dreams come true. There are also other information as regards growth and development that I also share. So, guys, if these are the kind of information you would like to listen to, I would encourage you to subscribe to this community and be part of us. All right. Thank you very much for liking this video at the moment. Thank you very much. So, progressing to the details of today's video, I just want to share with you an update as regards immigration in the UK. What the PM is saying as regards relocation, things you need to know. And this is going to guide you, is going to help you to know if you are relocating to the UK or not based on the information I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. So guys, don't forget to like this video. If you have a comment, please do comment in the comment section, and if you have any inquiries or question to ask, please do make use of the comment section. I'm gonna see you there. Welcome back, friends. As we all know that in the UK, since the new government has been in place, we've been hearing of different immigration rule from one hand to another. Also, you would remember that during the conservative rule, you would remember that one of the main assignments of the conservative party is to reduce and cut down net migration. And if you don't forget, you will also remember that this is also part of the manifestos of the new government. So, Saken Starmer also intend to cut down net migration using every means possible. As you can see on my screen, it says the net migration to UK hit a record high of 906,000 in year to June 2023 revised figures show. Okay, so ONS says net migration is now beginning to fall, but remains high by historical standards. So we've all heard that based on several you know measures put in place, the immigration status or the immigration net migration are beginning to reduce. However, it's been known that there are a little revision on the estimated, value of, immigrants. Now it says in the net migration to the UK, it's a record high in 2023 of 906,000. That is close to a million. That is, yeah, less than 100,000, close to a million, in a period covering Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak premierships. Revised estimates show. Now, so the measure for the difference between the number of people arriving and leaving the country then dropped by 20% in the latest period. The 12 months to June 2024 and now at 728,000. Now it says the total for net migration in the year to June has been revised upward by 166,000 from the initial estimated 740,000, according to Office for National Statistics. Now, we were formerly told that the net migration has been reduced to 740,000. It is a reduction. However, in recent time, it has been observed that we have more, values showing up, and which is a difference of 181,000 increase. So now it says a similar change has been made to the estimate for the net migration to year 2023. So the increase is now 181,000. So that looks like a lot, right? The ONS said by historical standards, the net migration is actually falling. However, government spends on asylum in the UK stood at £5.38 billion between 2023 and 2024, and that means it's up by 36% now from the 3.95. So it used to be 3.95 in 2022-2023, but now it's 5.38 billion. But historical standards, the net migration is beginning to fall. Now, a statement from the ONS said estimates in this release has been updated back to year June 2021. So net migration has revised upward by 166,000. Do you get that now? So even though that is in June, it's by 166,000 in June 2023 and by 181,000 in December 2023. Now, reasons for this revision includes more available data, more information on Ukraine visas, and improvements to how we estimate migration of the non-EU plus other nationals. All right. So now let's move forward to some other information. It says it remains to be seen how much the public will notice a fall in visa number if there is no progress on controlling the much more visible channel crossing. So in year 2024, June 2024, about 94,000 fewer people applied to travel to the UK on study visa now than in the previous 12 months. So 94,000 fewer. That is a minus of 94,000 on that study visa, according to the Home Office. Now, study visa figures include family members or other dependents of students. But from January 2024, we all know that students were prohibited from bringing their dependents under the visa changes by the Conservative Party. Now, applications for health and care worker and dependent remained slightly higher in June than in the previous year. Of course, mainly because of the surge in the second half of 2023. But care workers were also banned from bringing their dependent under visa changes in 2024. Now, also the skilled worker visa application increased slightly over the same period with a noticeable rise before a government shake-up of the jobs this visa applies to in April 2024. So the applications since then has also fallen. So now, is it really true that that the net migration is being broken down? Is it falling? Yes, from all these things that we are seeing, is actually falling. So this is from the UK government website, and this is the PM speech on migration on the 28th of November 2024. All right. So it says we came into office, we immediately conduct an half of public finance, and we found a 22 billion pounds black hole. Black hole. Now the Independent Office of National Statistics has conducted vital work on the net migration. So now let's move forward into now, I say nearly 1 million came from Britain in the year 2023. This is 4 times the migration level compared with 2019. Okay. So looking forward, you say, but we didn't hear what the British people are owed. Okay. So let me just show you some basic information that we need to understand. So it says on giving our young people opportunities rather than the easy answer of looking overseas. So, because clearly the vast majority of people who enter this country did so to plug gaps in our workforce, which is true. So, a lot of people that are coming to the UK came in to get employed, through the job route, and because there are, of course, several job opportunity that are, empty, that are vacant for people to now. It's a skilled shortage across the country, which has left our country hopelessly reliant on immigration. Now, there are skill shortage that are, in the country, and I think a lot of people that are coming into the country have got some of these skills, and that's why they could pick up these jobs. Now, it says 2.8 million people out of work on long-term sickness. A problem ignored, left to fester. So, if 2.8 million people are out of work based on sickness, then it means there is a need for another, maybe 2.8 million people to take up a particular job or to pick up the roles or the job of these people. Do you understand? So now, 1 in 8 young people not in employment or education or training. Those are the facts of the status quo in the UK. All right. Now, sectors of our economy like engineering, where apprenticeships have always halved in the last decade, while visas have doubled. So we are taking different approach. And what's the approach? He says we will publish a white paper imminently, which set out a plan to reduce immigration. Now, this is to say that the prime minister is still intending to cut down the migration. Now, he says the Migration Advisory Committee is already conducting a review. And where we found clear evidence of sectors that are over reliant on immigration, we will reform the point based system. Now, this is what I think they are trying to do now. Of course, here says after the white paper is being, discussed, adjusted, then that sector that relies so much on immigrants will be looked into, and then there will be a solution to it if there will not be need for overseas worker. Now it says we will reform the point pay system and make sure that application for the relevant visa route, so whether it is the skilled worker route or the shortage occupation list, will now come with new expectations on training people here in our country. We will also crack down on any abuse of the visa route. Now, one of the things that I have observed the prime minister mentioned is that employers should consider or look into employing the locals before opting for the overseas workers. And the same thing is looking, I mean, the same thing is applicable here. Says they have to be training the locals so they can pick up jobs. That is what is here. So another thing is to crack down on any abuse of visa. We all know that sometime last year, sometime last year, yeah, sometimes in the year, early in the year, we had a lot of no, last year now. Sorry, last year. There we heard about how the skilled worker visa was abused, where people had to relocate without without working hours from their employers, and some did not doesn't even have an idea of what their employer look like, right? And that's because, and that is where the main focus on cutting down net migration is being focused on. you know so he says it's going to do everything possible to crack down any abuse on the visa route. He said for far too long we've been casual about malpractice in our labor market, which send clear signals overseas that we are soft enough. Anyways, he said any employer who refuses to play by the ball, that is, they have to employ the locals before looking into overseas. They will be banned from hiring overseas labor. Did you see that? And I'm pleased to announce today a new security agreement between Iraq and the UK. So the PM is doing everything possible to cut down the net migration. So now the Home Secretary has been out in Iraq to settle these deals, which is fine. So now looking forward, he says, we'll keep going because it's the work of change alongside the NHS and economy, securing the borders. So they've been trying to secure borders, doing everything possible, borders that are in control, uh, you know, trying to do everything possible to make sure that this is being cut down. Now, remember I mentioned earlier that the white paper is being sat on by the ONS or by the Immigration Committee now. Now, I think what we should do now is to keep our fingers crossed and let's wait to know what the conclusion about the white paper is. The Immigration Committee that are sitting on that information, let's wait to see what their feedback will look like. I believe they're going to get to know where which of these sectors are really relying on immigration, on overseas worker. How are they, how are overseas worker coming into the country, what route do they have to train, and every other thing. By the time they are done with this conversation, with this meeting, I know they will be able to come out with probably amended immigration rule to suit everybody, or to suit, I don't know what that would look like, but I think we should just keep our fingers crossed and then look into uh what we will get from them. Let's wait and let's hear from them. Let's hope to know. Let's hope it's gonna be a conclusion that's gonna favor everyone, both the locals and the overseas worker. So I just need to do this so that you can be updated about what's going on in the UK. So for as many that wants to relocate to the UK, of course, based on this information, you can decide: do I still want to relocate to the UK? Do I have to wait? Do you need to wait for the conclusion of the committee? Do you want to wait for the feedback before you can decide to move to relocate to the UK, or you would want to consider relocating to another country? Either ways, we need to get the feedback, and that way help us to know the way forward on our immigration plans. So guys, thank you for watching, and I hope you've learned one or gotten one or two information from this video. Don't forget to like this video and be a part of this community. Thank you for your time, and thank you for watching. I'm gonna see you again in another video. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful time. Bye.